This is all the best food I ate in the last month. Vietnamese banh mi, barbecue, eel noodles, bang sao, snails, crab, mussels, bún bò huế, bún thịt naan, bang quo, bơ nê, com tam, and so much more. But first, have a look.
We are at Panda Barbecue, which specializes in regional Dalat style barbecue, and we are going to start out with this incredible seafood platter. So we have some tom on top, or in other words, whole shrimp, an octopus as well. In the front, you see a selection of abalone, and then we've got a couple oysters pho mai, or oysters with cheese. You can see this is sort of a modern Viet food. It's more of a fusion influence from Korean barbecue, but with its own totally intentional and Vietnamese spin on things. So we're going to start off with some of these beautiful shrimp. You can see they're actually pronged right on top here. Get some of these onto the grill. Woo. They look gorgeous, and those should cook up pretty quick on the coals. Abalone, beautiful little sea abalone. Seems almost a shame to cook these big, beautiful oysters when we could have them raw, but let's get it. They're gonna bubble right up. You see it steaming and simmering a bit, and they're literally gonna cook in their own brine. And these should cook right in the shell. You can see the shrimp already going. So this is the hand kwok style, AKA Korean. And then this is Viet style. So this is made with some sua, as well as a little bit of green chili and some citrus. I guess it's calamansi, which is the little tiny limes that almost have like a tangerine sweetness to them. Over at the buffet, we sort ourselves out. So it's like a make your own dip kind of scenario. We got a little bit of stinky fermented tofu in there, as well as some sauté sauce, which is like almost like a chili garlic. And we finish it off with some sesame seeds and some fresh chili, as well as some garlic. That should be beautiful. Let's mix that up. Woo! The stinky tofu is almost like, it gives it like a cheesy taste. Like it is a funky sort of, definitely fermented. It's alive. Our scampi shrimp, they're almost done. They're gonna come off the plate first. Get a look at that thing. Beautiful char marks on the side. Whee! We are gonna eat these whole too. So these will be exoskeleton, head on, skin. We will not peel these suckers. And then while we're at it, I think we gotta get the big mama on here. This is octopus, basically an entire baby octopus. You can see it's been rubbed down with some chili and some garlic. This sucker looks delicious. We'll get that on there. And then once it's whole, we'll chop up some of those tentacles with a pair of scissors. Woo! Get that smoke out. And we also have some of these snails. We're gonna wait a second for these suckers before we get one on. Nah, forget it. Let's put one on right now. It's starting to bubble, so you can just gently cooking in its own brine, these oysters. These are gonna be delicious. Look at those tentacles. They're just dancing on the flame. All right, let's go first bite in here with one of these beautiful shrimp. That looks gorgeous. We're gonna get the head first. Gotta go the head. Oh man, it is fantastic. So fresh, so juicy, and the crunch, man. This calls for a beer. Cheers, I'm Evan, this is Noodlehead. All right, so we're gonna get into some of this beautiful seafood. This is a little bit hot to the touch, but we're gonna take care of it. This is the oyster. It's just grilled with a little bit of scallion oil, not quite naked. Obviously, coming from the West, I tend to be eating my oysters raw, so I'm not gonna dress this up in any other sauce. I'm just gonna go for it. Get a look at that beautiful thing. Cheers, Mo Hai Ba. Oh, so good. A little bit of the salty brine. It's boiled in its own juice. Finished with that scallion. Hit with the oil. Absolutely delicious. This whole meal just begs to have a beer the second you get a bite in your mouth. Next up, we are going to be trying one of these beautiful little abalones. Had abalone before in Australia by the Great Ocean Road, but they were enormous. It's gonna be a choose your own adventure for me here. Oh, it is good and it's beautiful. Look at that shell. I feel like I'm diving for oysters here. It's spicy. They got a nice chili garlic on it. It's heavily seasoned and it's got a meaty texture, but it's not quite rubbery or tough. I think it's time to get in our first tentacle. Get a look at that, grilled to perfection. I'm gonna go in, I think, with some of this. It's like a Viet style seafood sauce. So it's made with condensed milk or sua. some citrusy calamansi, and a little bit of green chili. It's quite spicy, very sweet, and then tart on the end. Look at this beauty. Let's get into this. Oh my God. So succulent. Oh, so flavorful. That is hands down one of the best bites of food, one of the best morsels of food I've had in Vietnam. Oh my God. This is fantastic. And this is like modern Vietnamese food. This isn't like super traditional urban stuff. They say it's Dalat style, but then of course it's full of seafood. And Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, is a port. So all of this should be coming fresh off the ocean. You can taste it. It is just so clean, so pure. Here we have a beautiful oyster phô mai. So it's a cheese style oyster. A little bit of influence there from like a Japanese or a classic French dish. Again, I don't usually go cooked oysters, but when in Rome, as they say, lift this out, get a beautiful look at it here. Oh, it smells really rich. It has that buttery, creamy, like milky, almost like a mac and cheese. Like, this is gonna be delicious, and it is bubbling hot. Cheers. Whoa. Oh, scorching. Wow. My mouth's on fire, but that was worth it. That's absolutely fantastic. So rich, so succulent. I mean, it's a little bit over the top, but that's a big, tough oyster. That is not, you know, a skinny little maple cue. That had meat on it, it had texture, and because of that, the cook wasn't so bad. Let's get a look at these snails. Ooh, little char mark on the shell there. That is looking beautiful too. Let's see if we can pull this sucker out. Oh boy, Papa's coming. Papa is coming home. Oh yeah. Are you kidding? Look at the size of this thing. Woo. That is no joke. Get that shell out of here. I think I'm gonna get in with my seafood sauce. I don't wanna get my stinky tofu onto this nice, succulent little morsel. Look at that drip. Oh yeah. That is the money shot right there. Oh God, fantastic. And it's a mouthful. That is a lot of food. Wow, delicious, 10 out of 10.
To eat and drink in Saigon is to discover the city's rich history, its colorful markets, its peaceful temples, its crowded streets, and its secret alleys. It's to meet a people who are friendly, hospitable, resilient, proud, curious, and often hilarious. It is to be blown away by the sheer intensity and diversity of life, to be tickled by its charms, its wit, and its many pungent aromas. A single day in Saigon will challenge your taste buds and expand your horizon. There are few things in life more satiating to the soul than a fresh scallop grilled over charcoal and drizzled with scallion oil. That's what you get when you order Sod Yep Nung Mo Han, a simple but sublime dish that showcases the natural sweetness and tenderness of this shellfish. It's a dish that can be found all over Vietnam, from street stalls to fancy restaurants. But it's especially popular here on Vinh Con Street in District 4, where the scallops are brought in from market daily. And I'm here to try the best Sod Yep Nung Mo Han in the country and maybe learn a thing or two about the place where it comes from. There's something about the combination of sweet, succulent crab meat and the fiery kick of chili salt that makes this dish irresistible. The allure of softness, of a sugary kiss, and the jackass kick in the crotch of capsaicin. It's a staple of Vietnamese cuisine, a must-try for anyone who loves seafood and spice. You can find it in the street stalls, markets, and restaurants across the country, but the best versions are made with fresh crabs straight from the sea. They're deep fried until golden and crispy, then wok tossed with garlic, scallion, cilantro, and heaping amounts of powdered chili and salt. The result is a mouth-watering explosion of flavors that demands ice-cold beer to wash down that crunchy texture that will make you want to lick your fingers clean. This is Qua Rang Mui O, or crab in chili salt. and it's one of the most delicious ways to enjoy the bounty of Vietnam Sea. There are many ways to enjoy the bounty of the sea in Vietnam, but few are as satisfying as ốc mon te sao mi. They're razor clams stir-fried with garlic, chili, lemongrass, and a generous splash of fish sauce. Served on a bed of crispy egg noodles that soak up all those briny juices. It's a simple dish, but one that showcases the freshness and flavor of local ingredients. You can find it in street stalls, markets, and restaurants all over the country, but especially in the coastal towns like Nha Trang and Da Nang. It's a perfect example of how Vietnamese cuisine can turn humble seafood into a feast for the senses. If you're looking for a unique and delicious snack to enjoy with your friends, you ought to try sea snails and coconut milk. Ốc len sao yua, a popular street food in Vietnam. Sea snails, also known as mud creepers, are small shellfish that live in muddy areas near the coast around the Mekong. They have a chewy texture and a mild flavor that goes well with the rich and aromatic coconut sauce.
Alright, what's up guys? This is Evan. I'm at Ốc Vu in the middle of District 4 with my co-host Johnny Vu for Noodlehead. Today we are going to be eating a bunch of sea snails on one of the most famous street food places in Saigon City, in the old dangerous district of Quang Bôn. They've redone the whole street, Vinh Con, and now it's host to a bunch of gorgeous restaurants. So tell us a little bit about what we're going to eat today, man.
So today we will have mì xào móng tây, ốc len xào dưa, and so dip, and càng ghẹ nướng muối ớt. Yeah. Today we will have four things. I will introduce to you one by one. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Straight up. So this one is very famous, right? It's the coconut milk one.
Coconut milk. In Vietnam we call that ốc len. Ốc len. So we will fry with coconuts.
A little bit of lemongrass, and as Johnny was saying, some coconut milk. I know this dish is served sometimes with a bit of banh mi as well, right? People like to scoop up the sauce.
So we have the banh mi to press it and eat.
Do it. Go for it. Get it started.
That's so cool.
All right, first bite.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, it's very sweet.
Yeah.
It's delicious, but it's sweeter than I was expecting. And the herbs and spices are pretty subtle. Like the lemongrass is not too strong, just a little bit of that. You can see this, let's get a close up. Nice subtlety, softness, almost like velvety. It's a delicious stuff. Sweeter than I would go for a soup though. Like it's definitely a sauce.
Yeah.
Should we hand bomb these or what?
Go.
How do we do it?
Cheers.
Cheers.
And push.
Suck? All right, let's go. Oh.
Cool, right?
Yeah. Wormy, but there's some texture there, right? And then we drop them on the street. That's the other famous thing we got to do. Close up of the cockle there. It's like there's a nice thick opening, and you literally just put it up to your lips and puff it up, suck it up.
Thank you. And one more. How about we do this here?
Scoop. Oh, we do a little scoop. Let's do it.
And
nice. Show me how it's done.
over. Yeah, you.
All right, so we're gonna a little scoop. Little scoop. Oh yeah. That's like the spine or something, or the cap? What is it?
Yeah, the cap.
There's like a little circular disc, like something hard and crusty in there. Yeah, it's surprising. The texture is light. I mean, this is like, it's definitely a beer snack. It doesn't feel like a meal, right? It's not, you could eat like 100 of these and still be hungry.
Yeah, of course.
All right, should I put some in your bowl for you? Serve you that?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers, man. Is there a word like, that's like enjoy your food, or like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like in some cultures, in some languages, there's a word you say before you eat. Does Vietnam have like a word that's like in Spanish they say provecho?
Yeah.
Or like in French it's like bon appetit, right? Like, is there like a Viet word like this for like when you start the meal?
We can say suck it up.
Suck it up, man.
Yeah, suck it up.
It's a little bit boogery, not bad, not in a bad way, but like I'm just being honest. There's a little like, right? It's like a little bit like,
Yeah.
Just a touch. Oh, this one's
Yeah.
stubborn. It's not coming out. Should we do a Một Hai Ba Yo?
Yeah.
Yeah?
One more
Hai
time.
Ba Yo! Let's move on to our next dish.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful plate here. These are tiny little sea scallops.
So deep no more hang. Yeah.
So dap nu mo hang. Scallion and peanut and oil. Is it very traditional?
Yeah.
To your health.
Cheers.
The maitre d' here, the owner, is telling us, he's scolding us for not getting the sauce on here. So what's in the sauce that he's serving us right now? Oh, I know what that is. That's calamansi. This here is calamansi, which is like a sweet kind of combination, somewhere between an orange and a lime, or a tangerine and a lime. It's a sweet citrus fruit, tiny little green one. And it's mixed in with a bunch of salt, black pepper, and then some fresh chili. So we're gonna spice this up. The owner, maitre d' just came by and told us we gotta get this on our seafood. So the next scallop, ooh, that's got a kick to it.
That's cool, right?
Wow, good. What a good dining companion. So let's get some of this. Can we just go, are you like that, right on there?
Yeah, of course, right on there.
Ooh, this looks enticing.
And scoop it up.
Oh, wow, yeah. With that sauce, the flavor is a lot brighter. It really makes the oil pop a bit. Citrus balances it out. And all the seasoning in there, all the salt mixed in with the calamansi juice. And I think there's some sugar too, just some straight white sugar in there.
It's not sugar, it's milk.
Oh, it's condensed milk.
Yeah.
Oh, so suet, just like you get in a cafe sueda. The
Yeah.
calamansi, the citrus juice has been thickened up. That makes sense. Now you can see that's why the texture, right? Okay, baby, yeah. What do you think? Delicious. Nong.
Yeah,
Ngon,
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 yeah.
ngon.
Rất ngon, yeah. Okay.
Wow. Wow, more beer, I think, right?
Yeah, more beer. Cheers.
If you haven't already, make sure to like, comment below, let us know what we should eat next. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Evan, this is Johnny,
Yeah.
calling you out to Noodlehead, live from District 4. Have the last one, man.
No, it's for you.
No, that's what friends are for. Come on, enjoy. Not a fake eating show. We eat all the food here. All right, so let's get a look at this beautiful crab. Mui ot, right?
Yeah.
Chili salt, yeah.
Càng ghé nước muối ớt.
Kange mui ot. A crunchy, almost like a dry rub, but it's fried and it literally starts sticking together. You can see, we're gonna put these in. You wanna show me how it's done? This is a beautiful plate of crab, guys.
Rất crunchy.
Wow, that is salty, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's delicious, but whoo, that's salty. It's like a proper bar snack.
It looks like snack. Here, this is the important one. Really.
Yeah, no way to be beautiful about eating this food, right?
Yeah.
This is just like finger licking good, like the equivalent of eating fried chicken or something. Like you just gotta go for it. Bite it open, put it in your mouth. Which one is your favorite so far?
Me?
Yeah,
Học lên sao dưa. My favorite.
with the coconut, yeah, the sweet one.
Yeah, of course.
Would your mother be okay with you eating all the southerner style food with all the sugar? In Hanoi, the food is not so sweet, right?
My mom is cool. My mom allow me for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a fan club of one. Very popular channel. Insanely. Watch out Sunny Side. This is the best ever food review show now. That child over there in his school uniform. Number one fan.
Number one fan.
He's liking this video with the burner accounts. What do you miss when you're in the South most about the North? Is there one dish when you're like down here in Saigon that you wish you had when you're back at home?
In Hanoi we will have phở. Yeah, phở bò, phở gà. Or in my hometown.
Yeah, like in your hometown. If you go to your hometown
my
for like for Mid-Autumn Festival or whatever, what's the dish that they cook when you get home?
So in Hanoi we will have sấu ngao. Yeah, sấu ngao đường.
Số nào đúng?
Yeah, càng ghẹ rang muối ớt.
Cánh gà mà muối ớt.
Yeah.
I think this one might be our favorite so far. It's phenomenal. It's just so salty and so spicy. It's like absolute over the top, oversaturation for your mouth. full color, full body, delicious food that just obviously makes us need a couple more beers. Thank you so much. Come on.
Yeah.
Yo. This is why we came here. I'm gonna try and get it right. It's razor clams with stir-fried ramen and morning glory.
Ốc móng tay.
Ốc mun thai.
Yeah, ốc
Ốc
móng
mun
tay.
thai with rau mung
Rau muống.
and yao mi, sao
Yeah,
mi,
mì xào.
mi sao.
Yeah.
Ốc mun thai, rau mung, mi sao.
Yeah.
Okay. Ốc mun thai, rau mung, mi sao. I gotta do a big shout out. This was requested by one of our subscribers, Wendy Hang. She told us to come down here. Wendy Huang. She told us to come down there and eat. Much appreciated. Kamon Ratnui. I appreciate it. We ate this food. It was delicious. Cheers. You ready to get into this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's get the noodle bowl. Oh yeah, noodle bowls.
Okay, I think.
You can see very long, thin, got that fingernail crescent shape to it. Let's see how it tastes. It's got a good fishy taste. A thicker texture than I was expecting. It's a little bit chewy, almost like squid. I'm into it. The noodles are just like classic wok fried and garlic. Absolutely delicious food down here at Opbu. Highly recommend. Again, let me know what you want me to see eating next. We are going to go dish by dish through the entire culinary menu of Vietnam. There's only one way to learn about a culture, and that's through your mouth and direct into your belly.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Một, hai, ba, yo!
There are few dishes more intriguing and sumptuous than a bowl of Mien Luon, a Vietnamese dish of glass noodles with eel. Whether you prefer the Sao version, which is stir-fried with garlic, onion, bean sprouts, and eggs, or the Nook version, a clear soup with herbs and fried shallot, you'll be rewarded with a mouthful of tender, slippery noodles and crispy, chewy eel. Mien Luon is a specialty of Nha An province in central Vietnam, where eels are abundant in the rice fields after the floods of rainy season. The eels are caught, cleaned, marinated with fish sauce and turmeric, and then deep fried until golden and crunchy. The glass noodles, made from mung bean starch, are soaked in water and then cooked with the eel and other ingredients. The dish, served fresh off a hot, flame-kissed wok, is finished with a dipping sauce of lime juice, sugar, fish sauce, chili, and ginger, and a plate of fresh herbs, mint, cilantro, and paria. Mien Luon is a perfect example of how Vietnamese cuisine balances textures, flavors, and colors to create a harmonious and delicious dish with the popular allure of a deep-fried pub snack and the nuanced flavors of subtle curry. And as Bourdain once said, Vietnam, it grabs you by the eels and it won't let you go. Once you love eel, you'll love eel forever.
All right, what's up, guys? I'm Evan from Noodlehead. We are at Pham Gia in Phu. We're gonna be trying some delicious food. Basically, we're gonna be eating some luan sien, which is like fried eel. It's a classic, very traditional dish. I'm gonna look at it here. I know it's a popular one, so we have two variations that we're gonna be digging into today. There's both the sort of stir-fried or fried noodle version, which is Mien Sao, and then the soup version, which is Mien Nook, which basically means like noodles in water and tossed noodles. So a stir-fried noodle variation and then the soup noodle variation. And it looks like they both also have, there's eel like directly in too, right? So we have two variations. We're getting eel on eel. Here we have like the soft stewed version, some sliced onion served on top there. We'll get a couple close-ups of that before we get into this. Rau mung. So rau mung is like a sort of river spinach or a sea vegetable. It's very popular. You see it in a lot of Viet dishes. And then the stir-fried noodles are also served with a soup on the side, right? Is that what's going on here? And what are the noodles themselves? So the mien is like almost a glass noodle. Get a look at these noodles. These are definitely not your standard pho or bun, right?
It looks like the hủ tiếu, same with the hủ tiếu.
So they're same as like hủ tiếu Nam Van?
Yeah.
Like the Cambodian style hủ tiếu? Let's get a look at this version. So this is the Mien Sao. Same here, we get eel, just goes with the soup version, right?
Yeah.
So get a look in there. There's a lot going on. Obviously there's bits of the eel here, still alive. I have seen people catch eels in Vietnam, and you literally see it sometimes in like puddles, like in the north, in the rice fields. When the rice fields flood, you see people out like eel catching. This just looks to be like some carrot, some wood ear mushroom, some onion. So basic stir fry with like carrot, onion, green, raw rum.
I think we should try it first.
Try this one first. Chili garlic, do a full dip.
Yeah. There you are.
Banh. So this is a tamarind sauce. Do the honors. Get a dip in there.
Yeah.
You want to? These are like pretty heavily seasoned too. Nicely spiced. Delicious looking there.
Good.
Mmm. Oh yeah.
That's good, right?
Yeah, beautiful crunch. The eel's got like a lot of turmeric, I think, something making it yellow, right? A lot of turmeric, bit of garlic, some real sweetness in that tamarind sauce. That is delicious. Yummy. Okay, let's eat. Get a noodle pull there. You can see the yellow color, that like golden color. Nyeh is the color or like the spice? It's that golden yellow color, eh? The raw rum, the green flavor, are really strong. It's like an earthy, peppery. Do it up. It has the flavor of like curried fried noodle, or like really good. Very slammable. This is spicy enough for me right now. I'll finish this bowl. This is the one with the homemade chili garlic sauce, or maybe a fermented chili sauce, and then I'll try it with the dried chili afterwards.
Oh, it's so hot.
It's hot, right?
Yeah, it's hot.
This is good. It's like real spicy. This to me could be like a late night smash up stir fry meal. Having it with a couple beers. So it's served with the soup on the side. You could just eat this. You could eat the eel like a pub snack. The way you get it in England, you get like a whiting or like a deep fried fish, like a chippy shop. Right? I could just have this as an appetizer. Like eel and tamarind sauce. We're gonna eat it all before we even get to our soup. So the soup looks like it's got some classic, just like green onions, scallions shredded on top, and that really bright yellow color. What do we call it? Nah. That nah.
It's the same like the Nghệ An, yeah, but it's just only Nghệ.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The broth is really good. It's got a real vegetable taste. It's like a vegetable top.
Yeah.
With turmeric. Like I'm getting like some onion, some mushroom umami stuff. It's not. You think there's chicken in here?
No,
No, just vegetable, right?
Yeah.
Like vegetarian.
Just the eel.
Eel, just the eel, yeah.
Just only the eel. No chicken, no pep, no nothing.
Yeah, you really get that, because of that you get that earthy flavor.
No. Eel and onion. That's all.
Yeah, it's sweet. You get that real like, and look at this. Maybe I can get a pour shot here, right? Like that is so golden yellow. Beautiful color. It is slurpable. And so you do the soup as like a chaser from the dry noodles. And then afterwards we'll get into the soup, which is the Mian Nook. All right, bowl number 2. Toi mun ong mo bia. No, all good. So that's our second bowl. No. So we're gonna look at that. That is some straight spice. That's gonna heat it up. Oh yeah, that adds nice color too. That's good.
Not so hot?
No, not too hot. Hot, but not like crazy.
Okay.
I also see soy sauce on the table here, which is not that common in Vietnam. It's less common, I think, than people assume at home. Yeah. These ones?
Yeah.
They're around. That is hot. Yeah, exactly. It's like a tomato sauce, like ketchup style spice. All right, it's time. Let's get into the Mian Nook Luan Xian. So, do I just dump this right on top?
Just for the snack.
Oh, so this is the main meal. That's the snack on the side. Okay. And this one, let's get some beautiful spice on there. You ready for that? More? More? Oh yeah, we like a little spicy. We can drink this to cool off, right? Look at him, he's freaking out. Johnny's not gonna be able to handle the heat. Oh, look at that. I feel like we didn't get a proper noodle pull last time, so this time I want to do like, and you really just, you can see it's the exact same noodles. One of them have been dry stir fried, one served in the soup, but it's the exact same product. There's no difference other than in the cooking method. One bite, that's all it takes. I like the soup version much better than the stir fry version. Okay. My first impression of the Mian Nook with the Luan Xian, so of the noodle water with fried eel, is it's got a lot more mushroomy, earthy flavor in the broth, and it's just, that adds so much more nuance, so much more umami. That is like the absolute heart of Vietnamese cuisine, is eating a bowl of noodle soup. It's like the earthy and then just a touch of that sort of fishy seafood from the eel. And eels are like, I mean, they're half snake, half fish, right? Like they literally live in the mud. I like that though. It's got that earthy, umami, fungal, like mushroom of the earth taste. Yeah. Oh, that's good. It's hearty. Yeah. And it's fine. It can more than handle all that chili I added to it. Like that's a bowl of noodle soup. Okay, Johnny, so what's your favorite?
Yeah. This one.
Just straight up the fried eel snacks.
It's not. It's my favorite food.
It's beautiful. I think that this is one of those dishes that can just transfer, right? It's just like it's a salty fried snack served with a sweet dipping sauce. Yeah, I agree. This to me screams pub. Like the Luan Chen is like, we're gonna get a nice cold chada here. Tea is great. I mean, tea is the second place to beer, but still refreshing. The soup to me is like hearty, cold afternoon, or wake up. First thing in the morning, a big bowl of this eel soup. Look at that noodle and eel pull, eh? Woo-hoo. Look at that. Huh? What's the soup?
The soup.
Yeah.
Why?
The Myeon Nook has so much more depth to it. The layers of flavor. Like, if you were building a menu for a bar or a pub snack, this is your #1 bestseller. Everyone's gonna go after this. You're gonna smash hundreds of plates of it.
Yeah.
But this to me, the Myeon Nook, it's got more depth to it, more character, more flavor, and it brings the uniqueness of the eel, right? Like having the eel in the broth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about the fried miên? Miên sao?
Strong, but weakest. It's like this dish deconstructed, and I don't need it deconstructed. It's better all together in one bowl than the Myeon Nook, you know? Like, these noodles too. A glass noodle has a real, like, they're not pliable, right? You bite and they sort of just like turn into two pieces, like a worm or something. You crunch right through them. And I don't think it lends itself to like the stir fry. Yeah. It's nicer in a soup. It's like chicken noodle soup noodles, you know? You want chicken noodle soup, you want a soup around it. Look how beautiful they are in the soup. I mean, they're like glowing yellow. Yeah. They've totally taken on the color of the broth, and they're translucent and golden. We gotta wrap up here because we basically need a beer now. We're desperate for beer. We need to wrap the shoot so we can go get one. But before we go, you need to check out these two videos right there and right there. Watch some more Noodlehead, subscribe to the channel, support, comment, like, do all those things. There are many ways to make a good soup, but there's only one way to make the best soup in the world. That's how Anthony Bourdain described Bun Bo Hue, the spicy beef noodle soup from the former royal city of Hue in central Vietnam. This dish is not for the faint of heart, as it packs a punch of heat, flavor, and texture that will make you sweat, salivate, and smile. Bun Bo Hue is a product of history, culture, and creativity. It traces its roots back to the 16th century, when a noodle maker named Miss Noodles, Ko Bun, was forced to leave her village due to a series of crop failures. She settled in Van Khu village in Hue, where she invented a new way of serving her noodles, with a beef broth infused with chili, lemongrass, and other spices. Her recipe was passed down through generations and became a signature dish of Hue cuisine, which is known for its sophistication and complexity. The broth for Bun Bo Hue is prepared by slowly simmering various types of beef and pork bones, oxtail, shank, neck bones, pork feet, knuckles, jowls, and hocks. Loads of lemongrass, fiery spices, and frying up garlic, shallot, red pepper flake, and chili powder with some fermented shrimp paste. The noodles are thick and cylindrical, unlike the thin and flat ones used for pho. The toppings include crab cakes, pork blood cakes, rare and cooked sliced beef, as well as pork legs. The soup served with a plate of fresh herbs and vegetables such as lettuce, Vietnamese basil, banana flowers, fish mint, and bean sprouts. Time to eat. I'm Evan, this is Noodlehead. We're at Bun Bo Hue, Dong Ba in the heart of Saigon's Dak Khao district with some beautiful food we're going to try today. So we're going to start off with the Bun Bo Hue Dak Viet, which is basically like everything all in one dish. It has thick slices of beautiful beef brisket, as well as some nice onion, a crab cake soup, a little bit of sliced onion on the top there, as well as some beautiful scallions to finish it off. This also looks like it has a pork knuckle in it. This is one of the most famous dishes in Vietnam.
A lot of people have been requesting that I go and try and eat this. It looks lovely. You can see the thick pork skin on top there. Let's have a look at that beef as well. Beautiful stuff. This is a chakwa, which is essentially like a snakehead fish that's been turned into a cake or a kind of sausage. They call it a cake, but essentially it's a sausage. It's like a hand-pressed meat, often folded in a banana leaf. And then this is our beautiful little crab cake ball here as well. So this soup is going to be absolutely delicious. And make sure you stick around to the end. There's also a surprise, a dish I've been trying to get my hands on and in my mouth for ages in Vietnam. It's a specialty of Hue. Stick around to the end to find out about that surprise as well. But for now, let's get started with this incredible looking bowl of soup. Also classic, of course, in Vietnam, we get the herbs there. So there's some Vietnamese basil as well as some shredded, this is banana leaf, I believe, shredded banana leaf. And then right at the bottom, we have a whole bunch of fresh, crunchy looking, beautiful bean sprouts. So we're gonna get some of those in there as well. I cannot wait to dig into this place. This is one of my favorite dishes, and I've never been here to try their version. So let's check it out. And get the lime squeeze in there. Succulent, citrusy, beautiful. And then it looks like we have a nice dry chili. So we're gonna get some of that on top, make it spicy, a little bit of Kai. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Evan, this is Noodlehead and Kung Noodlehead. Let's go. Bun Bo Hue. Everybody knows the rules. First bite's the one that counts. I'm gonna start with the beef brisket. Oh yeah, that is delicious. Beautiful, slow cooked. Gotta look at these noodles as well too. Nice gelatinous noodle. Almost like, not so much a vermicelli, more like something similar akin to an udon. It's a thick, like a number 6 spaghetti or something. Big, round, tubular noodles. Oh yeah. You can really taste the lemongrass, the chili. Oh, incredible broth. Oh yeah, wow. This one is slurpable. You gotta get in there for it. And it is spicy, no joking. It is legitimately hot. When you get that nice first bite of the Vietnamese basil, I'm actually breaking out sweating. This is legitimately spicy. A bit rare for Vietnam. Often you don't get a lot of spicy food. So this central region dish coming from Hue, which does have a bit of kick to it, is a nice surprise. It's a twist from what you have in Ho Chi Minh City for sure. And that herb just balances right out with the heat. Feel a little of the yin, the yang, hot and cold, cooling. Let's get in on this fish cake. This is nice looking. They're made in-house. I saw them doing back there. Get a close up of that, and then let's have a bite. Oh yeah. Nicely seasoned. Bit of pepper. There's black pepper in there. This is an absolute wonderful bowl of soup. As some of you may know, Anthony Bourdain literally called Bun Bo Hue the best soup in the world. So obviously, the man, the myth, the legend, he liked it. It's good enough for me. Wow. The punch, the citrusy punch of the lemongrass is absolutely fantastic. Let's get a close look here at this delicious broth. Wow, it is really spicy. This is definitely what brings that punch. You can see a nice layer just glistening on top, a little bit of fat rising. Oh, beautiful. Chewy, bouncy, wonderful textural mouthfeel on the noodles. And this beef is just perfectly cooked. Let's get another Another little money shot of the slice. Oh yeah. Get in there. Oh my goodness. This is fantastic. We're gonna have to eat this whole bowl right now. I should just shut up and eat. Wow, I'm loving this soup. Absolutely love it. Let's try out this crab cake next. Get a little shot of that sucker. Yummy. Oh, so tender, so succulent, perfectly seasoned. Oh. When you get this Dak Viet style, you really do get a little bit of everything, right? So we have fish, pork, beef, crab, everything you can imagine here, all the proteins. Let's get a bite of this, which looks to me like it'd be a quartered pork knuckle. So this is cooked properly. You're gonna get that gelatinous bounce that is so popular as a textural experience in a lot of Asian cuisines that we don't really have as much in the West. Oh, wow. The fat is just perfectly rendered underneath the skin on that subcutaneous layer. The skin itself, it literally just melts in your mouth. It is perfect, wonderful food. I am satisfied. What more can a man ask for than a beautiful bowl of bun ba hue, cooked up fresh by the aunties from a nice, beautiful simmering pot in the back. Unbelievable. But we're not finished. There's another surprise dish, a specialty of Imperial City Hue that I've been dying to try. I've never tried this. It's gonna be my first time having a taste. So the secret is they're making in-house Banh Hue. So let's get a look at that. So this is Banh Hue, which essentially is a little rice cake. They're little circular rice cakes, almost like silver dollar style pancakes. And they're layered up with some beautiful fermented sausage. This is, I believe, a bang home, which is like steamed shrimp. There's a whole shrimp in this thing. Let's have a look at this. Hiding in there, absolutely gorgeous. Finished with some pork floss. Looks like there's a big dumpling on top there too, as well as another fish cake. And all of this pork floss is gonna act like seasoning. It's served with a wonderful dipping sauce that's gonna be a traditional Nook Mom, so a sweetened version of fish sauce with a little bit of chili. Let's go for the first bite of this Banh Hue. Wow. It's so light. And the rice has been pounded. There's no wheat flour in this. Rather than having a chemical reaction or a rise, a kind of fermentation, it's literally elbow grease. It's just human power that bounces this and creates a new texture by pounding the rice, and it's a wonderful. Wow, ethereal, gorgeous stuff here. So light, so tasty. Oh, I'm just saying everything is light, and then look at this. This is a dense ball. This is like a mochi. Let's get a look at this. See this? Wow. Look at that texture. I gotta use my hands here to show this off. It is beautiful. Pull that right out. And there's a little round something in there, a little surprise in the middle. I think it's gonna be a quail egg. Let's have a bite and see what's inside there. I was wrong. Oh. It's mung bean paste. So stuffed in the middle of this glutinous mochi ball type thing. I don't actually know what it's called. I'm gonna have to find out. Maybe if you know what this is called, let me know in the comments. It's just like a mochi ball, but inside there's a savory, like, filling of mung bean paste. Wow. In all my time in Vietnam, I've never had anything like this. I'm glad we saved it till the end. It is delicious. So, another fish cake here. Oh, this Banh Hue is making my day. It's also, it looks like we have another one in here, layered with a little bit of seasoned ground pork. That's just a guess. I'll have to let you know what it is for sure. Oh, got a close up there. Notice? I didn't even notice. Oh my God, guys. They gave me the fork treatment. I didn't notice. I got forked. I got foisted with a fork. Oh, wow. That is so delicious. Incredible light texture. I can't believe they have a fork. And that they gave it to me. Should I be insulted about the fork? You let me know in the comments. Your boy knows to use chopsticks. Gee, you tricked me. Not humored by the experience. They were kind enough to let me film in the kitchen though, so I absolutely appreciate being here. So much gratitude to Bun Bo Hue Dong Ba. If you're ever in Saigon, make sure to come down to Dakao. Try this out. This is just a spectacular surprise end to the meal. No. Yeah, it's delicious. It's got a fermented pork. So this is only cooked through fermentation, similar to like a salami. And then we're gonna wrap it up with one of these little rice pancakes. Oh, so good. There's everything you want. There's sweetness, there's saltiness, savory, a little bit of umami from the fermentation, and then bang, there's pepper and heat, Thai, spicy. Oh, so good. I gotta say, this Banh Hue, after literally eating one of the best bowls of soup, if not the best bowl of soup in the world, blows my mind. That they can be putting out 2 dishes of this quality and this caliber from one little kitchen back there is a testament to these aunties, to their skill and their cooking. Yeah. Before I wrap up and finish with the Banh Hue though, why don't you let me know what I should eat next time in Vietnam? Put a comment below, subscribe, like, let me know, and then let's have one more delicious bite of this cake. This is such a phenomenal textural experience. Wow, so good. Banh xeo is a traditional street food of Vietnam, made from rice flour, water, and turmeric, fried crispy and stuffed with pork, shrimp, and vegetables. The name of the dish comes from the sizzling cake because of the sound when the batter hits the hot pan. A smaller, crispier, and altogether more snackable version, Banh Coat is a miniature pancake flash fried in a cast iron pan, topped with a sprinkle of scallions, a single shrimp, and a lather of coconut. Banh xeo has many different variations depending on the regions. In the central, Banh xeo is small, about the size of a hand, and has less filling. They also have a darker, less yellow color because of the addition of fermented shrimp paste. In the west, Banh xeo is larger, about the size of a small or medium pizza. The filling includes mung bean, pork, shrimp, bean sprouts, and coconut. In the west, Banh xeo is served with fresh vegetables such as lettuce, paria, mint, cucumber, and pickles, along with a sweet and sour nook cham.
All right, y'all, so we are at Banh xeo here in District 4. We have wrapped up our first little attempt. It looks disastrous. It's fallen all over the place, but we've got the Banh Coat, coconut milk, shrimp, and pork floss in this crispy little Vietnamese pancake, dipping into the spicy nook cham. Oh yeah. Wow. It is fiery hot with all that fresh chili. Really crunchy, but still gooey inside, like almost like a deep fried omelet or something. Get in there, man. Roll one up. There's definitely some like tapioca flour or some kind of starch. Like, yeah, gotta close a bit. So like, the batter is really chewy. It's interesting. It's not. It doesn't have like that like wheat flour bready texture that you get on like a Western crepe or pancake. So it's definitely tapioca or rice flour in there, but delicious as always. Another incredible hit from the Vietnamese street food. This is really like a snack food though, man. Like it feels like a you know, like a deep fried, crunchy kind of snack.
That tastes good, right?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely delicious. A little bit of refreshing chowed up. And then we're gonna have to get into this behemoth. So this is the actual banh sao, and it is humongous. Got some fresh bean sprouts in there. It looks like oyster mushrooms. There's also some sliced and maybe steamed pork belly, it looks like to me. Some shrimp, a ton of baby clams, and then I would guess, is this daikon maybe, or pear? I think it's daikon. But same thing, we're gonna rip right into this and then basically serve ourselves up little salad wraps or like rice wraps, right? Okay. So this is Banh. So this is like a rice flour paper that's made to wrap on the outside. Do we have to moisten it up or do we still dry?
No, you will be able to just cut it off and put this and then roll it.
Okay, you show me how it's done. Okay. We'll start with getting a little bit of lettuce into this rice paper. Okay. Some of the herbs here. Looks like we have a little bit of a paria. This is the infamous fish mint. This looks like a kaffir, maybe a lime leaf, something like that. So we've got that all set up there in our rice paper roll. And then how do we dig into this thing? You go in chopsticks.
Using the chopsticks.
It actually looks kind of more manageable than... Oh, wait, this one is crunchy too.
Wow.
All right, so this actually looks kind of more manageable than the Banh Cot, even though it's a bigger roll. Nicely layered. You're gonna go thumbs in.
Yeah.
You're gonna push with the thumbs. Rice paper over.
Roll it. Wow. There you are.
Tight spring roll.
Come on.
This is like I got a nori hand roll. What do you think?
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. All right, now we dip her in.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Here it is, the first bite of the Banh sao. Mmm.
That's cool, huh?
Yeah. It's beautiful. There's a lot going on in there. I don't think there's any Western comparison to this kind of food. Like there's nothing similar. Like it's sort of like a fresh roll or a spring roll, but the rice paper has a bit of a dry, crunchy texture to it. Then you get all of that herb and wrap salad, giving it a bit of a leafy sort of almost organic taste. And then in the middle there's this deep fried egg that is like way too delicious and crunchy and greasy to actually be an omelet. Mmm. Beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Like, it looks nice. There's a lot of texture, like a lot of like variety in the mouthfeel. Like the paper is waxy, the lettuce is kind of chewy, and then there's whole shrimps with the exoskeleton skin on in there, crunchy. Wow. You're right. The closest comparison to this is a burrito. It's closer to a burrito or like a taco or some sort of Mexican wrap than it would be to a spring roll. It's way too meaty with too many textures. The big Banh sao definitely eats like a meal, and these little Banh Cot just like a delicious snack. Yeah, I mean, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous way to serve a meal. Like looks-wise, it's absolutely beautiful. What's your favorite? Do you prefer the banh xeo or the banh co?
I love both of them.
You love both of them?
Yeah, I love both of them.
This is definitely like neater, you know? It's so self-enclosed, but oh, it's so crunchy. We're gonna have to cut away to the traffic so they can just see how busy it is. It's like full rush hour, bonkers, Saigon, just raging literally a meter away from us. I'm so impressed with the banh co, how like, it's got a bit of thickness to it, like almost like a crab cake or something, right? And it really tastes good. Well, I think the part of it that's most special to me is the texture. That chewiness with the crunchiness is it's just unique. Like the flavors are all there. It's spicy, it's sweet, it's hot, it's sour, it's salty. But that texture of having like a really chewy sort of melt in your mouth, like almost like that mochi rice flour thing happening with that deep fried crunch on the outside. And it's so crunchy, it's like a cracker. And now I feel like I'm overstuffed. How are we gonna get this all in here? Push, hard push. Don't be shy. The thing is, this paper is tough, right? Like it's waxy. It's not gonna break no matter how hard you push on it.
Yeah.
Unlike say like a tortilla or whatever equivalent, it would just shred.
That's right.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we're going better second time around. Whoa. Beautiful. We got a little spring roll gift here. Thank you, sir. Come on.
The gift from them.
Oh man. Oh, this is good. The banh xeo with the baby clam, the hen, right?
Yeah.
The baby clams, the hen, give it that awesome flavor. The fat of the pork in there. The actual banh xeo is more nuanced. There's a lot more going on. There's mushroom, there's radish, there's clam, there's shrimp, there's pork fat in there. There's crunchy, like cracker-like egg crisp. Incredible amount of variety in a single bite of food. This has just been brought out by, I guess, the chef and owner. This is a beautiful sticky fresh roll. This looks a lot like what you would get in North America when you go into a Vietnamese restaurant. Classic. And the sauce, a nutty kind of peanut sauce maybe, right?
Yeah.
Peanut sauce with tamarind. Let's get in a bite on this. Oh yeah, that's delicious. A little bit of rice noodle vermicelli in there. Some steamed pork as well.
In Vietnam we call that the gói cuốn.
Gói.
Yeah.
Right. This rice paper has been like wet or soaked, so it's a much different texture. It has a chewy sort of texture and rips. It's not like the crunchy sort of indestructible feeling of that other banh chan. Sweet peanut dipping sauce. Beauty. Loaded up with meat, scallion, some pork floss, mayonnaise, as well as pate. Let's try our first bite. This banh mi dak viet is from the local market in District 7. It's banh mi ba thap. It is a baseline for everything we're gonna be doing today. You can see it's all the classic. And let's see what's inside. The moment of truth, folks. Oh yeah, this is thick. There's a nice, delicious layer of liver pate on the bottom. Then we have a pork white meat sausage, the pressed and rolled up shoulder and head cheese, finished off with a pickle for sunny side of the best ever food review show, some pork floss, as well as scallion, a little bit of pickled daikon and carrot. And this, folks, is the money, the spicy kick that comes on the end. Let's get another bite of this sucker and see how it tastes. This is a fantastic sandwich. We're gonna head down to District 1 now and try 4 of the most famous, busiest banh mi locations in all of Saigon, home of the banh mi. But this sets a high standard. We have 4 more competitors coming up. First, we're going to the classic, the most famous, busiest banh mi shop in Ho Chi Minh City, Banh Mi Huyen Hoa. After that, we're gonna go to another stop close by near Boi Bien Street, Banh Mi Hong Hoa. Our third location is going to be at Banh Mi Boy Ti Schwa, BTX in other words. Sounds like a Korean boy band if you ask me. Finally, our fourth location is going to be Grandma Huyen or Ba Huyen, Banh Mi Ba Huyen. Never tried that one before, but those are the 4 most famous, most well-known and respected banh mi shops in Ho Chi Minh City, the home of the banh mi. This is our banh mi from Huyen Hoa, the reigning champ and decidedly most famous and most popular banh mi shop in all of Ho Chi Minh. We have a thick, beautiful layer of pate on the bottom as well. You can see a lot of fried pork floss. This stuff is literally made from pork meat. It's delicious. It's got a salty, oniony taste to it. A couple of crispy cucumbers for our guy Sunny Side from the Best Ever Food Review Show. We've also got hiding in there on the bottom some pressed meat. So we have pork sausages as well as some thick, that looks like a pork loin or a pork chop that's been sliced up. As well, on top of that, you can see some more pickled vegetables, the classic combo of radish and carrot. I've had one of these before. Excited to dig into this thing again. It is a monster. You can see as well there's the homemade mayo on the bottom there, which is, it's actually starting to congeal and gloss up a bit on the top, and that is a surefire sign that it is fresh. We are going to start with the first bite of the Banh Mi Huyen Hoa. This is an absolute monster. Take a look at that beast. This is the biggest banh mi I've ever seen. I've tried it before. You've probably tried it too. It's the most famous one in the city, close to $4 US too. So you're not getting a deal. And the bread's quite like smooshy. It's a smooshy bread. I'm gonna try and dig in there, get the best first bite we can. Oh my God. First impression, the bread is like shoe leather. Like it's just too much. That said, the filling's amazing. If it's like your first trip to Ho Chi Minh City, you probably want to try it. Like it's a special thing. But I mean, no. This is popular. This is for the masses. There's no way it's going to be my favorite. Hoa, got the dogs barking in the background. Classic street side Saigon. This spot is just off of Boy Bien in District 1. Very popular with tourists. The bread looks beautiful, nicely scored, crisp golden surface, very crunchy, not as big as Huyen Hoa, but it's also not as expensive. Let's have a look inside. Oh, all the classic fixings. You can see there's a nice thin layer of pate there. Underneath, we've got our pressed meat again. This ham looks good. That's like a nice head cheese in there as well. Gorgeous looking stuff. So we've got 3 different kinds of meat, as well as that pate. Just a little bit of mayo there, and the mayo is quite white and thin, so not sure if that's disappointing yet or not. A lot of cilantro, a little bit of carrot. Look at that, the visual serrated knife on the edge, that is cute. This is another classic version of the banh mi, and I'm excited to take my first bite. Next up, we got Banh Mi Hom Pha. This is, without a doubt, the most beautiful banh mi, the most beautiful baguette we've seen today, and it's really thick and heavy with pate inside. Rich and luxurious first bite. I can't say luxurious, but I can eat sandwiches. Let's get into this. Wow. As expected, the pate, there's so much of it, it's overwhelming everything else, but the bread is so crunchy. It's so delicious. It's definitely the best banh mi, the best bread we've had today. I don't know if the flavor is as good. I'm decided. They're close. They're neck and neck. Oh my God. Wow. Let's see what the fuss is about. This place has lineups, it has tourists. It is a busy, busy joint. And I get why. We're gonna have to come back to it though, because we still have a whole other sandwich. I want one more bite, one more bite. Banh Mi Ba Huyen from Madam Nguyen. There's literally all the veggies color coordinated in a bag. Beautiful boxing. I mean, this thing looks expensive. It looks like a new pair of shoes. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Inside, you can see, perfect for the gram, they have pre-sliced it to get that beautiful sandwich cut that's so popular on the interweb. These guys are obviously doing something for the Instagram. It looks nice. Inside though, you can see everything too because of that cut. So there is all 3 kinds of pressed meats. Again, these are the classics. We're not going for any variation today. We want to know who makes the best traditional banh mi sandwich in Ho Chi Minh City. Put it together for a second. Banh mi, Ba Huynh, Banh mi Ba Huynh, Madam Huynh. Open this sucker up. It's been boxed fancily like a nice pair of Gucci shoes. Get your Prada on, gents. They're making me put it together, which you have to do for Huynh Hoa as well when you get a takeaway. I don't really like that, to be honest. I want my thing already put together, but at least we get a huge pickle. I feel like I'm a sandwich artist at Subway right now. Like I don't really want to be making my own sandwich, but I'm gonna try and not let that affect my judgment of the taste. We are trying to figure out for you folks, who has the top and most delicious banh mi in Ho Chi Minh City. Let's get the first bite of this sucker. Okay, I like it. A lot of pickled veg. The pate is peppery, some spice in there. Wow, it's already better than Huynh Hoa. So Huynh Hoa has already been relegated to like, at best, second place. I know I have mayo on my beard. I don't care, I gotta go in for more. Okay, second bite. Again, the bread, the banh mi, I mean, banh mi means bread. The bread is kind of lax. This one's a bit tough, a bit chewy. Usually banh mi has a bit of rice flour in it, and that's what defines it and makes it Vietnamese and not just a baguette. It gives it that lightness to the interior. I'm not really getting on in this, but the flavor is fantastic. There's some pepper, there's some garlic. The mayo is good. The pate is really heavily spiced. All right, last up we have banh mi BTX, or Boi Thi Swan. So let's open this sucker up, and already we can see this is by far the meatiest of the sandwiches. The pressed meats here are thick cut and delicious. The ham looks fantastic, I'm not gonna lie. See a little smoke ring there, whether it's real or not, I'm not sure. It might just be curing salts. Nice little fat layer. You can see all of that. A lot of thick mayonnaise on the bottom. Cannot wait to dig into this one. Huge pickle for Sunnyside. A lot of pickled veg. And then a nice thick layer of pate. This, what's that? Pork, another kind of pork. I don't even recognize that one. Looks like a pork terrine almost. That is really good. Oh my God. Banh mi is delicious, man. If you haven't had a banh mi, please enrich your life. Get your ass to Ho Chi Minh, come to Saigon, try all of the banh mi. They're all fantastic. These are significantly better than any of the sandwiches you're having at home, I promise you. Subway, smell you later. No chance. Let's get into this. This is our fourth sandwich. BTX, BT Swan. This one holds a special place in my heart. My son, my firstborn child, was literally birthed during COVID at the hospital next door to this sandwich shop. So this sandwich shop has fantastic memories for me. Let's get a bite. Oh, we should say too, it's meat heavy. A little less pate than the last one, but very meat heavy. Let's get this bite. This is my love language. Just eating sandwiches is my love language. This is all I need to do in life. Oh my God. I don't know about you, but there's literally nothing I would rather be doing on planet Earth than smashing these sandwiches. They're absolutely delicious. This is gonna be super tough. We're gonna need some criteria, which I don't have. More criteria than just delicious, because all of the last three sandwiches were FKN delicious, as Calvin Bui would say. Early pole sitter for the top most delicious banh mi in Ho Chi Minh. Definitely Madam Huynh, Ba Huynh, but we've still got some more sandwiches to try. BTX has the flavor, the spices, the texture, the depth. There's a lot of nuance. Huynh Hoa has the best bread. It is, in a literal sense, the best banh mi in Ho Chi Minh. Let's get another look at it. It's a beauty. I mean, just look at it. It's an absolute beauty. Who doesn't want to eat this? This is one of the nicest sandwiches I've ever seen. Let's get a bite of it right now. It's a bit sweeter though. It doesn't have the pepperiness, the spice, the nuance, the layers of flavor that BTX has. By the way, if you're judging me for being a pig and eating 4 sandwiches, I'm doing this for you. It's not just about me. This is a kind of charity act, because not all of us can be here in Saigon and be privileged and lucky and blessed with delicious sandwiches. So when you come here, you're already gonna know by watching the end of the video where to get the best, top, most delicious banh mi in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh. Back to Madam Huynh here, Ba Huynh. She good, folks. Ba Huynh is good, but no. That's a relegation. We have 2 competitors down. Huynh Hoa wins the award for heaviest sandwich, but she's out. The shoebox, lovely packaging. There's some good flavor there, but we're gone. We're finishing up. for the Al Bundy used shoe line. We have 2 competitors left, folks. This is a 2-horse race. Banh Mi, Hop Pa, and Banh Mi BTX, or Ba Thi Swan. Our 2 biggest strengths here. This one is definitely prettier than this one. This one has the meat, and this one just has so much rich pate. It is tough. Every one of the banh mi's we've tried today is a banh mi dak viet. So this means like the special or the everything. It's the classic sort of cold cut sandwiches with pate, mayonnaise, pickles, cucumber, everything you can want. Pork floss, especially on this one. I think we're gonna do one more bite, and then we'll have to call it. By the way, if you're still watching, thank you so much. I'm Evan, this is Noodlehead. Make sure to subscribe, like, support the channel. Appreciate you. Comment below, let me know what else you want to see me eat. I'd be happy to do some other top 5 listicles for other dishes. Last 2 bites, folks. This is for all the marbles. Thanks so much. Make sure to watch to the end. The flavor, the umami, is fantastic. This has been my favorite sandwich for a while. I meant it. I've eaten dozens and dozens of these whenever I'm down at the hospital supporting my wife and kids. I'm doing it by eating banh mi, because how better should you support your family than by eating banh mi? Okay, this is it. Once and for all, 1 bite left, all the marbles on the table. Will Ba Thi Swan be knocked off, and do we have to crown Banh Mi Hop Pa as the best banh mi in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City? Is it the most delicious? That's the criteria here. Is it the most delicious? Has the best bread. But what about the taste? At the end of the day, it's all about taste. It's so good. It's so rich. I am so glad to have this banh mi in my life. It's really making my day, this discovery. I know it's a popular place. I know other YouTubers have been there. I know it's on the tourist circuit. Getting to experience the joy of a banh mi Hop Pa. But it's not the best sandwich in the city. No chance. It's BTX. This one just knocks everyone off. It is the best sandwich right in the heart of District 1. Let's give them a big shout out. Banh Mi BTX. If you've watched my videos, you know I've been here before. What can I say? I'm a sucker. One video, 2 video, subscribe. Thanks so much. Take care.
The city is a feast for the senses. Its vibrant colors, buzzing sounds, and intoxicating aromas. And the food is nothing short of spectacular. Whether you crave a sizzling steak and egg sandwich, a comforting bowl of rice and pork, or a delicate crepe filled with beet and mushrooms, you'll find it all here. One of the most popular breakfast dishes in Saigon is Banh, which literally means dodge the cow. It's a clever name for a dish that consists of a thin slice of beef cooked on a hot plate with butter, onions, and pate, and served with 2 fried eggs and a crusty baguette.
Our first dish of the day is a Banh. So this is essentially like a sizzling beef platter. I would pick it up and show you, but it is too hot to touch. Cute little cow-shaped platter. It also comes with some pate show, or a hot pate, as well as chak wei and a little bit of sausage, so classic American style like breakfast sausage. Side you have the nem nung, which is a fermented pork sausage. Hiding under the cilantro is these beautiful sunny side up eggs. This is a dish that is a fusion of French, American, incredibly Vietnamese innovation. It originated here in Saigon. So this dish was originally made by locals for American GIs during the war. And they took some of the stuff that the French had bought and then their traditional eggs and put their own spin on it. This is literally ketchup, AKA tomato sauce. You're not gonna get a more Western style breakfast than this in Vietnam. I'm gonna dig right in. These eggs look beautifully cooked. And I'm just gonna try and get a big bite of everything, get that wedged right into the banh mi. So I'm gonna go almost like sandwich style on here. Oh yeah. Eggs, beef, ketchup, onion, some of the pate show. This is gonna be an incredible first bite. Let's do it. This one's gonna be messy, folks. Nong, wow, that's delicious. Get a little bit of ketchup on the side. If you're a tourist or a Westerner traveling, this is gonna make you feel like you're back home eating. If you're a local in Saigon, This entire meal is 40K, so it's under $2 US. It's absolutely delicious and incredible. It's one of my go-tos, one of my absolute favorite meals in the city. But is Banh the best breakfast in Saigon? We're gonna have to wait and see to find out. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video. We still got Kom Tam and Banh Quo coming up, and we're gonna do it all for less than the price of a Starbucks coffee.
If you're looking for something more substantial for breakfast, you can't go wrong with Kom Tam, broken rice. This dish is made from rice grains that are cracked during the milling process, giving them a softer, fluffier texture. The rice is topped with the grilled pork chop, marinated in lemongrass, garlic, and fish sauce, and charred to perfection. The pork is succulent and flavorful with a nice balance of sweet and salty.
Second dish of the day, we are in search of the best breakfast in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. And this is an ultimate classic, one of the first dishes that brought Anthony Bourdain here and made Vietnamese cuisine and street food famous to the world. This is a Kom Tam, or broken rice, served with the suan, a marinated grilled pork chop, as well as the cha chi, which is a famous and delicious omelet. So it's a thick cut egg omelet, almost like a cake, and they cut a little wedge and slice off it, serve it on the side, along with some delicious cucumbers for Sunnyside. Eat me raw, Sunny. I love you, buddy. You're an inspiration. Here we have not iced tea. Don't make that mistake. This is a delicious and enormous bottle of Nuk Cham. So this is fish sauce, straight up. And we're gonna get some fish sauce, mix it up with a little bit of hot sauce. And this has sugar in it too. It's been sweetened, so Saigonese style. We're gonna get some of this wonderful fermented homemade chili base. Blend that in together, pour it over the top, and then it is time to eat our breakfast. I think I'm gonna go fork and spoon. I'm just gonna do it. They're here. It is a breakfasty meal. You can also get a fried egg on this, but we've already had fried eggs, sunny side up with the Banh. You ready for the money shot? Ooh, yeah, let's eat. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. I'm Evan, this is Noodlehead. We are in search of the best breakfast in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, and our challenge is to do it all for less than the price of a Starbucks coffee. Gonna try and line up a little bit of everything on this first bite. Oh, how does that look? Absolutely gorgeous. Some pork chop. You can see our chili right on top of that, as well as some scallion oil. The delicious, light, layered omelet, the cha chi. Here it is. Cheers. Oh, wow. Intense garlicky marinade flavor on the pork. A lot of the delicious char and smoke from that charcoal grill they got it cooking over. A little mushroomy umami in with the eggs. And of course, the star of the show is this rice, Kom Tam, which is a broken rice. In other words, it's the leftovers, the kernels that didn't make it to the A grade. Ugly delicious. It's made from the scraps and from innovation and turned into something fantastic, special, and uniquely Saigonese. This may be the best breakfast in Saigon. Oh my God, it's so delicious. It's so sweet too. You have to credit the Saigonese people. To balance out the intense, fermented, salty umami of that fish sauce, they add a lot of white sugar and it works. This little kernel of rice is absolutely gorgeous, perfectly cooked, light, tender. This omelet, spiced up with a bit of mushroom and meat, so good. I think this knocks the Banh off. I love Banh. It's a little too Western style for me. This is just something that's so unique and so special. And when you're visiting Saigon, you absolutely...
If you're in the mood for something lighter and more delicate, or you've already had two breakfasts like me, you can try Banh Quo, steamed rice flour crepes. These thin and translucent wrappers are made from rice flour batter that is spread over a cloth-covered steamer and cooked until smooth and elastic. They're then filled with minced pork and woodier mushrooms, rolled up and cut into bite-sized pieces. The crepes are served with fresh herbs, bean sprouts, sliced cucumbers, and fried shallots, along with a sweet and sour dipping sauce made from fish sauce, sugar, lime, and chili. Banh Quo is as refreshing and elegant as a dish as you'll find, and you can get it here on the street side for $1.
we're gonna figure out once and for all what the best breakfast in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City is. This is our third and final dish. It's a beautiful plate of what's known as banh quo. This is a literally paper thin rice crepe. So it's made with rice flour and coconut milk, steamed, and it is delicate and beautiful to the touch. This one is filled with egg. So it's a banh quo chung. And then banh quo chung dat cam, or tap cam, means like all the fixings, the specials. This is a beautiful, nice fried shrimp cake. You can see some onions and pork floss there. Nam nung, or fermented pork sausage. Chak quay, and a pressed fish cake, I believe. Also some Vietnamese basil and herbs in there. Inside, there's a little bit of string mushroom. This is a gorgeous and classic traditional Vietnamese breakfast. I can't wait to dig into it. At the moment, I think the edge is the com tam suan over the Banh. I love the Banh, but the com tam suan was just a little bit more. So let's hit this with some chilies and some nuoc mam and see how it tastes. As always, a beautifully enormous serving of sweetened fish sauce. And we'll hit that with some fresh chili. That is gonna be nuoc cham. And we'll just literally pour this right over the top. This is also, I should say, my wife's favorite breakfast, so I'm partial to this. I'm eating this often in the city. That Kenyan muffler. Let's go, Saigon. Woo! First bite for all the marbles. Who's got the best breakfast in Saigon? Look at that. Let's get a delicious shot of this. It is just so tender. You can see the flakes and the rolls, literally the layered. Just like a super thin omelet or crepe. Get some of those crunchy fried onions in there. Oh man. The flavor profile in this dish is fantastic. The mushrooms inside are cooked with a little bit of pork fat, some ground pork meat. So much umami, so much flavor. And then the delicate tenderness of the crepe and the egg. The banh quo chung are fantastic. Oh my God. This wasn't planned. We literally just, I've never been to this location in my life. We've never seen it before. And this whole meal is 30K. That's $1. It's literally like $1.25. We've just absolutely destroyed our challenge. Found 3 incredible, delicious meals, the best breakfasts in all of Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, for less than the price of a Starbucks coffee. Like, for everyone out there who buys a Starbucks every day, cut it out, you know, end the bad habit. Come to Vietnam, eat this incredible food. I mean, look at this. It is gorgeous, so delicious, and you get this for literally $1.25. Yeah. Cheaper than a watery Americano coffee. I can't believe it because it's just, this is a cute little mom and pop shop. There's nothing spectacular about the place, but it is special. This food is special. It's so good. The fact that I can walk out the front door and get this for $1 blows me away. No matter how long I live in Vietnam, I will never forget it. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for this beautiful, delicious food, Vietnam. Say what's up in the comments. Let me know what you want to eat next. Check out these 2 videos. We'll chopstick them. And subscribe in the middle. Appreciate it. Peace. Take care. I'm Evan. This is Noodlehead. This video will take you on a culinary adventure, neatly packed in a 24-hour window. So come along with me as I guide you through Saigon, Vietnam, and give you a peek into eating like a local for 24 hours. But before we delve into the chaos of this city, we start our day like a real local, with the tinkling ice of Cafe Suada on a sleepy, tree-lined boulevard in District 1, twittering with morning birds. We are starting off our 24 hours in Saigon with a classic street side cafe. We are at Cafe Gop in D1 near to D4, right downtown, and we're having a Cafe Suada. As simple as it gets, but it's the best way to start your day off in Saigon. Today we're going to visit the market in my wife's old neighborhood, the notorious District 4, Quan Bone, where Saigon's legendary mafia wars played out in the 90s. But before we get there, let's grab a snack on the corner to whet our palate with a singful treat. Chui Chien,
deep-fried bananas.
We are sitting in the middle of this tiny little market in District 1 Ho Chi Minh. Starting off a little snack today. Just had a coffee. This is kind of our appetizer. It is a deep fried banana, what's known as a chui chien. This one was actually triple fried. Batter it, fry it, take it out, hit it with some corn, batter it again, fry it again, then take it out, pop up all the bubbles, and fry it a third time. Big, delicious deep fried snack. Early morning or late night, I think, on this one. Oh yeah, they're really sweet and gooey. It's almost like eating a McDonald's apple. Pure sugar on the outside and bad. The gooiness has that like almost glutinous rice texture. We're not getting these too often, but if you're just in Saigon for a single day and you've only got 24 hours, definitely worth trying one of these out. Chui chien, a deep fried banana.
Of course, eating street food in Saigon is not for the faint of heart. You'll encounter some hygiene issues, some unfamiliar ingredients, some spicy surprises, and some traffic hazards along the way. If you're afraid of raw meat, open kitchens, and wet markets, or a little bit of fire, you should probably live vicariously. But if you're willing to take the risk, you'll be rewarded with a memorable and delicious experience. They're right out in the open waiting for you. We're gonna start with a bowl of Vietnamese noodles, a classic southern dish, Bun Thit Nong. Walk through the market and see what the vendors have. Take a risk, try something new, spontaneous, a little bit outside of your Western comfort zone. When you eat lunch in the market, there'll be rats and cats. Don't be afraid. Bun Thit Nong is one of those dishes that make you fall in love with Vietnam. A symphony of flavors and textures, a balance of sweet, sour, salty, and heat. Tender grilled pork marinated with lemongrass, garlic, and fish sauce, served over rice noodles and crisp, cold lettuce. Crunchy peanuts, fragrant herbs, tangy pickles, and crispy rice paper spring rolls. The magic of Nuoc Cham, a dipping sauce that ties everything together.
We're at the market in District 4 and we are going to be eating some Bun Thit Nong today. Classic southern dish, kind of comparable to the Bun Cha Hanoi Saigon style. We got one with a little bit of ba la lop, literally like beef or little grilled beef sausages in was it betel leaf? Pretty delicious. Let's try these first. Super strong, pungent flavor. The Nuoc Cham is fiery hot, sweet, and of course tangy with the fish sauce. What else do we have in here? This is the ba la lop. Then we've also got a little bit of cha jiao spring roll, like a deep fried spring roll in there. Try a little bit of that. Very crispy, crunchy rice roll wrapper. Really meaty, like heavy on the protein. Not a lot of veg in there. In this Bun Thit Nong, we also have like a nem nong, almost like a Trang style nem nong, a grilled sausage roll, pieces of grilled pork, noodles, as well as some scallion oil. Oh yeah, noodle pulls for noodle head. Perilla or Paria, depending on who you talk to in the comments, as well as a little bit of Vietnamese basil, some fresh bean sprouts, some lettuce. This is cucumber, just for Sunnyside over at Best Ever Food Review Show. I'm just gonna go wholesale, full thing in there. Then I'm gonna take my Nuoc Cham. So we got fish sauce, sugar, chili, a little bit of pickled carrot and pickled daikon. Get a nice close-up of that as we stir it up. This looks delicious. Southern style nem nong at the market, District 4 in Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon. The old quam bone action. You see that's beautiful. Sometimes it's translated in English. This is called the salad. It's called like fresh noodle salad or like rice noodle or vermicelli noodle salad. Either way, it is a delicious looking bowl of food and I can't wait to get my first bite. Dig into this. First bite, try to get a little bit of everything. Some noodles, some fresh herbs, as well as some meat. Oh yeah, good. It's very sweet. Sweeter than I was expecting, but you really got that fatty rendered pork meat flavor, grilled bacon, like absolutely salty, sweet, and delicious. This is, for those of you out there craving the old authentic experiences, you're not gonna get more authentic than eating Bun Thit Nong in a Saigon market in District 4. It's delicious. Served with a little bit of crunchy peanuts on top often, ground up peanuts, so it gives you a little bit of that texture, a little bite, toothsomeness. If you're a noodle head like me, there's no place in the world you'd rather be than right here, smashing your face on this bowl. There's something about the combination of the crunchy pickled veg, the chewy, hearty pork meat, and that delicious rendered out fat taste. Get these crunchy little peanuts on top. I think I might like this dish even more than Bún Chả Hanoi. I know. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you prefer, northern or southern style. That is delicious. That's a nice chocolate. It looks like all stirred up. I feel like this dish really starts to come together as you eat it a little bit more, and all the different ingredients come together, and it just really is like a tossed salad. Make sure to give this video a thumbs, subscribe to Noodlehead. We got a whole lot more planned for the rest of the day. We're gonna end up at a beautiful outdoor barbecue spot, maybe have a couple drinks tonight after dark. Make sure to stick around, watch till the end of the video. This is 24 hours of eating like a local in Saigon, Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, with me, Evan from Noodlehead. Let's do it.
I'm absolutely stuffed, but it's nothing a nap won't fix. The post-prandial napping tradition here dates back to ancient times, when Vietnam was predominantly an agricultural society of farmers who needed to rest and recuperate, hiding from the scorching heat and recovering from the strenuous labor of the morning. It's an indispensable part of the daily routine for millions of Viets. When the mercury reaches a screaming 40 degrees centigrade at midday, you'll find the streets empty, regardless of occupation, location, or social status. The lights are off. The cardboard mattresses are rolled out beneath desks. The bike drivers asleep under their helmets.
We are in the middle of Saigon, if you can believe it, sitting on a canal that goes all the way to the Mekong Delta if you follow it up to its source. And while the rest of the city sleeps, having a little post-prandial nap, we are digging into this, a beautiful fresh coconut, aka a yua. I'm at the coffee ship, one of the most unique, odd, and enjoyable experiences in Saigon. A perfectly Saigonese out to lunch experience. We're floating on a canal right in the middle of the city. There are shanties and kitsch interior and all kinds of weird coffee trinkets. Everything you could possibly want in the afternoon. A little bit of a break before we get into the heavy eating tonight. We're gonna go out, get some barbecue, some grilled seafood, have some beers, do it up proper Saigonese style. We have one last stop here. I'm at After Work Rooftop Bar. It's a little out of the way. It's all the way out in District 7, basically on the edge of the suburbs, but it's got a beautiful view, look back of the city. It's a perfect spot for a nightcap, and it's exactly the way a local ends their night after 24 hours in Saigon. So highly recommend you push yourself, get a little farther out of the downtown, and check out some truly local spots. This is one of the best. After Work Rooftop Bar, District 7, a perfect place to chill and have a nightcap and end your single day, 24 hours of eating and drinking like a local in Saigon. Cheers. I'm Evan, this is Noodlehead. Check out the videos on either side of my head, sub to the channel, keep watching.